G'day folks, what I've got here for you is a way to conceptualize space-time. What I've done is I've got a bucket and a thin stretchy material, it's just a rashi, and I've tied it off so it remains taut around the bottom. So what you want to do first off is just explain that empty space-time, so with nothing in it, no mass, is just completely flat. There's no wells or anything, and then you can ask them, what do you think will happen when you introduce a massive object, massive in the sense that it has mass. So what I've got first off is just a light button, and what happens is you students will notice there's a very slight dip. Okay, so you've got something that's not very big and not very heavy. Then what you can do is say, all right, I've got something a bit heavier, just a roll of duct tape, and it's a lot bigger. What do they think will happen? The obvious thing happens, it bends a lot. Into the well, and that's creating what's called a gravity well. So I remove that, and then what I do is I introduce something of a similar mass but of a smaller size and ask them what they think will happen. And what should happen is you'll get a similar sized well, gravity well, to what the roll of duct tape produced. And so that's reinforcing the idea that it's not necessarily the size of the object or how big it is, but how heavy it is. The next point that you can show your students is the orbit of the planet. So what I've done is I've just put the duct tape in the center, created a little gravity well, and then I'll introduce some little ball bearings. So it takes a bit of getting used to, but what you can do is just give them a bit of forward motion, a bit too much, a bit of forward motion, there you go. And you get the general idea. If you increase the size of your bucket and you do it like a hula hoop or around a one of those trampoline frames, and use an even stretchy material like Lycra, you can get even better results. So you get the idea, they're all going in the one direction.